Alright, let me see if it's recording now. Yeah, it's changing screen now. Okay. Um, yeah, total 3 looks good. Sorry, I just need to go through that again for the recording. Total 3 looks good. Total 1 looks really good for continuation. Um, Bitcoin DOM is actually regaining levels, which is not what we want to see, preferably. That's quite a big regain. And I think we were saying down here that, yeah, we're going to get a test of here. Now, this regain isn't over. It's not over for alts. But we probably will go up here. And yeah, Bitcoin's probably going to go to like 110 before we see any like significant. It's actually very close, to be honest. Um, but yeah, let's see if we can hold November on ETH Bitcoin. I kind of forgot what I was talking about because the recording was bugged, but let's just continue on with the alts. Um, that looks good on the weekly though, doesn't it? For a test higher. So yeah, we're kind of at the resistance on ETH, where like this is the resistance to break out and go to the all-time high, and that would also coincide with hopefully gaining this level on ETH Bitcoin. But right now, yeah, Bitcoin, we're having a nice little Bitcoin move, and it looks it looks pretty good at the moment. I'm not too worried about alts in this move because um, Bitcoin is probably going to top out at some point, and then it take like a few weeks. I'm expecting that to be like in Jan before Trump's inauguration around that time. But just prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. So let me check the chat. ETH is dead. Don't start a fight. Let me just check my recording is going ahead. Fucking OBS. Yes, it is changing screen. Okay, fine. Let me take that off. Where at support and USDT dominance. So yeah, what's everyone looking at actually? Because I've been looking at Grass and Tau to potentially ladder some in. Also, yeah, like I said at the start, Popcat, one more bearish retest and one more dump, and I think it's going to be ready quite soon. Let's actually have a look on the 12 hour. Yeah, 12-hour band's coming in there. Injective. What is that swing? Is that a 4-hour swing? That's a 4-hour swing. I'm going to just take it off because it's quite easy to see. Um, yeah, Injective looks like it's trying to make an ascending formation. However, it's coming into the weekly open right now. This has kind of got, I'd say, a 50-50 chance of either breaking back to the low or going like that. So as of right now, there's probably not too much of a trade on here unless you go into like the the smaller time frames. Yeah, we're getting some hidden bull div on the hourly. The bands down in there at like 27 in case of another rejection will probably catch the price. But I'm not looking to actually do anything on that just as of yet. If we do get down here, it's going to be mega long time for me, like mega long. Um, but yeah, not too much there at the moment. What's Dodge doing? Not much. This is probably gonna pop at some point, but I don't think it looks that good. Look how tight the bands are getting. Crazy. Let's see the daily ones. Yeah. Looking for an entry to Griffin. Legit anywhere. Yeah, I don't actually have any Griffin yet. That's because I don't want to buy it on Mexi. So I'm thinking about buying it on like a Soldex, like Radium or something.
Buy it on Meteora or Radium.
Yeah. I'm not using Phantom though. I'm gonna bonk bot it or something. Um, but it'd be nice. BitGet, I don't use BitGet. It's on Mexi, but I could just buy a Mexi and then send it to my bonk wallet or something. It'd be nice if you could ledger it. Watching cash zoomed out on the higher time frame looks like it could come back down to below 10 cent, but lower time frames primed to go higher. Thoughts? Yeah, a lot of coins look like that actually because they've had such nice run ups, and then um, so if you go on the daily, it always looks like they could come down, and they probably deserve to come down. But then you go into a little bit more, and it just looks primed. I think so. You're looking for the yearly open retest. I'm not sure. I wouldn't bank on getting that, to be honest. I really wouldn't. If it does, then great. But we've tested it twice on the daily. Oh, XRP alert. Hold on. Um, oh, we made a new low since I drew that. I think this is a valid Stuber. Not that I really want to get in the way of any shorts at the moment, and that band is going up. That 4 hour candle is quite strong, but I'll probably keep an eye on it to see if we do fail. It's a 3%. It's more than a 3% range, so quite high. Interesting though. Back to Cass. Let me just search up. Cass USDT. Why is this chart different? Oh, it's because that. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't bank on getting this again, because one, this was the retest. All these wicks. This is the retest, and this is the massive buying pressure. This is the deviation, and then this is like the final retest that takes you up to all the way up here. So, um, if we did get it, if it would be great, and that would start an ascending formation or something really big triangle or something. But I wouldn't bank on it just at the moment. I'd actually bank on this holding because you're trying to buy dips in a bull market. You're buying support, and this is mega support. So something like that, and then yeah, a hold of this, and then yeah, if you're on 3x, you can do like a 10% stop on 3x or maybe 4x and just have it a little bit tighter if you're trying to catch it like actually down in Q2, 2.5, maybe 4x, 10%. Bullishly diverging on the hourly though. This is the sort of thing that's probably going to try and find a bottom soon, and it's at big support. So that's what I think. Obviously, don't bet the house on Q2. It might come to yearly open. It's less likely, but it's definitely not out of the question. And if it does, yeah, bid it. As long as we hold this low, like we could wick underneath and then regain, it's fine. But we want to make a higher low. Um, I am providing liquidity for Griffin now, but my first power is at 3-4 and just average down only 3 million. Maybe we'll go to Bill. I feel like I'll probably go to 2 bill minimum. Like the way I think about it is if Popcat can do 2 bill, most good projects can do at least 1 bill out there. Unless you're like a tiny market cap like Trio, and then talking 1 bill is it's a bit unrealistic. Husky, husky, husky. On Mexi now. I kind of like Joe actually. Someone talks about Joe here. I kind of like it. I don't really know about this, you know. Is this the right chart? Oh, that's the only chart. Um, Targets for this are just December and probably the swing down here. This weekly probably doesn't mean much. It's a possible support, but I'm not really banking on it. I think something more like that swing on the daily and this demand zone. It will probably come back to. If it holds December, it's going to be super bullish, but it could do that and then that. But yeah, your spot buy is probably down here if you want to get any of this, just out of interest. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Even like here, 6x, and you could make a high low. Sorry, a lower high. I see the vision. I do see the vision. Don't get me wrong. I see the vision, mate. Awesome, thanks. Why does everyone hate MXE? Because they're dodgy. They are dodgy. I only use MXE for like I got no, I've got more than a couple, but less than 5 figures on MXE. So more than a couple grand, but less than 5 figures, just because I'm not fucking around with them. That's why I don't want to buy Griffin on MXE because it will probably put me into 5 figures, and I don't want 5 figures on MXE. You need to start looking at HL Hyperliquid. Your style of trading would be murdering on it right now on some of their spot coins. I need to learn to type. Yeah, maybe they do. I mean, they do. It does interest me, but I feel like I missed the boat a little bit with it. I was a bit late, and I didn't want to make a big investment in it because it was quite high market cap already. But it does interest me. Like I've checked it out.
See, here's the thing that I'm debating on doing is just pushing some USDT over there because I felt the same way that you did, right?
Mm,
Um, I was like, damn, I missed the boat, and I was feeling like this before I had Lincoln, like or we went into the hospital on Friday.
mm.
So like I was feeling like that, right? Like 4 days ago. And Will has made 10x on everything he's traded on there in the last 4 days.
Yeah, but Will's Will. He'll make 10x on anything. Like,
No, it doesn't matter though. If you look at any like Hyperliquid coin, if you go to Hyperliquid and look at their spot section, it doesn't matter if you would have bought any coin over the last 4 days, you're up like 4x.
for real.
Any of them at any point in time,
It
doesn't
just makes
matter.
me feel like I'm
You
missing out now, doesn't it?
like you buy any, well, and that's the way I feel. So I'm like, I don't know if I push some because I do agree with him that like if it's gonna probably just outperform the rest of the market for like the rest of this bull run. I could definitely see that happening just with like how much liquidity they have there, and they're just twapping like 300 mil in volume and liquidity into like every single coin that launches on there.
Mm.
So I think that it could be some fun plays. And I mean, think about it. Even if you just take like a grand or two over to Hyperliquid to trade on, um, I mean, you're talking if you had even 2 grand that you put in there on Friday, you'd have 8 to 10 grand in equity in that account just with like any of the spot coins since Friday. So,
It is quite attractive, isn't it? Especially if there's like some new AI agent stuff or like narratives that go on Hyperliquid. You can just buy it and make a 5x really easily.
and that's the thing. It's like any of them, like
Mm.
stupid coins on there, like Jeff or Per, like the first cat, the first like Giga Chat, like those kinds of things on like Hyperliquid are also just like sending.
Mm.
So. But I do think that you also have people that like are not the best traders in the world that also have millions of dollars that they got from their hyperliquid airdrop. So I do also think that there's some easy money to be taken there for somebody that actually knows how to trade.
That yeah, that definitely attracts me. Like if you're not like the best trader and you've got a massive Hyperliquid airdrop, chances are that you're probably going to lose a substantial chunk of it in the
And that's the thing,
market.
if everything's up only right now, sure we ride the train till it's up only, but that will turn at some point. Like look at Sol, right? Like it
Mhm.
did have to come back down and retest $8. Like it just did.
Yeah.
So
I see the vision. I actually see the vision. Yeah. Maybe I'll check out
I
Hyperliquid.
don't know. I've kept fading it, bro. And I just made the decision that because I have the time to learn the system and stuff, because I'm not doing anything with little man being around, I'm like, I probably need to learn it just because I feel like I'm leaving so much money on the table that there's not really a reason to, other than I just keep fading it and keep saying that I'm fading it for no reason.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then we'll
if
post something like that. And then I just go look at Hyperliquid last night for like 30 minutes. And yeah, every coin since Friday just
yeah, so
ridiculous. Like the lowest coin yesterday was 16%.
that's crazy. I'm not adverse to trading on it, but yeah, I decided not to invest in it just because yeah, I just didn't.
Exactly. And I missed the boat on trading early, obviously, for the airdrop and stuff. But like, yeah, like I said, even when it comes to trading, like just I think it might be worth just taking a few grand to trade over there with because
Mm, yeah.
I mean if your things are boring anyways, right? And like for the most part, if you're setting alerts on a lot of your altcoins that like you're waiting for positions anyways, like you can go do, if it's up only, you can take that 2 grand over to Hyperliquid and just, do your 5, 10 minute, 15 minute scalps. And while you're waiting on like your actual altcoin positions to come in or like hit an alert, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like your
Just making
bigger
it all in
positions that
one.
aren't just like shit coins. Yeah.
Quick grand. Yeah, maybe I'll actually do that to be honest. What happens now with something like Orca? Would you like to answer that, Zeus? Mr. Orca man? This is what you look like.
I mean, I I can. I don't want to hijack your stream. I apologize. I just wanted to. I felt like I faded it for too much, so I wanted to tell you that you need to quit fading it because I've done the exact same thing that you have. So I wanted to tell you my thought process on it.
Mm.
Um, can you briefly explain Hyperliquid, or is it covered in a previous recording or something? Hyperliquid is just a brand new DEX right now that basically had like a bunch of. It's like an MIT and a Harvard grad basically like built it for traders super fast. Like it runs on like its own L1. It's honestly pretty dope when it comes to like decentralized exchanges. And because they did like a massive airdrop and they're so focused on like community, basically if you would have done like a few mil in volume on Hyperliquid like 6 months ago, you would have gotten like $1 million airdrop for free. Um, Will's airdrop would have been worth like 80 million right now if he would have just done the same volume that he did on Mexi. Um, but anyhow, on Orca, right now it's made a pretty obvious bottom just at 441. So I'm really looking to add just yeah, if you want to pull it up, Jackie. It doesn't matter on the hour or the 4 hour. Yeah, like it's made a pretty obvious bottom right there. If it busts below that wick to the left, which I think is 8%, you might be retracing just a little bit harder to like 360, which is like mid-range of the previous range that we were in. But I think that we probably hold above $4 on Orca. If you don't, I mean, it's pretty obvious. If you lose 420, you're probably going back to 360. I use the Coinbase chart for Orca because it just happens to be the like cleanest chart, and realistically, like I trade it on Radium and it's the only one that like ends up being close price wise.
Yeah, that's way better.
Because like I sold a fat bag at $10 and it never even hit $10 on Coinbase. Like on that wick up, I sold a fat bag at $10 and it never even hit that on Coinbase, but it did on Radium.
Mm,
So,
nice. Definitely nice.
but yeah, I think it's pretty obvious the bottom that it's trying to put in here. But yeah, if it loses basically 420 where it wicked at, you're probably retracing to 362, which is mid-range of that like previous structure that we built. Which what? That's also December open or something there too.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
quite a
looking at
lot
a
of
naked
things
chart.
here actually.
Yeah.
December, yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure Orca. Let me just double check this so I'm not talking out of my ass. But I'm pretty sure we're only at like a yeah, $250 million market cap still. So, I think that there's still probably a 5x. Like my actual target on Orca before I'll dump and I'll be completely out of my positions, $15. If we hit $15, I'm out on Orca for the rest of the run. So.
That's nice. Joe. Oh yeah, the Brummy likes Joe. As in you want Joe? Nothing special. Would you be more pissed off if you don't go over to Hyperliquid Echo and it keeps sending, or move some funds over and it dumps? Um, yeah, but we weren't. So I'm not talking about moving funds over in terms of like an investment, actual investment in Hyperliquid. I'm more talking about just trading on Hyperliquid. Um, because
And
it's
because
a
of
hot
that, I
narrative.
think the answer you're looking for there, Jack, is that yes, you would probably be more pissed off if with us just saying that we will go use it. I think the actual answer is that we'd be more pissed off if it just keeps sending, because that's the whole thing is that the narrative in the platform just keeps sending every coin, right? So it's worth $1,000 or $2,000 even just to
To get in on it.
make some multiples. Yeah, to because that's the thing is like the number of times where I've had a grand or 2 grand that I've turned into 10 to 20 grand pretty easily, pretty fast. That's the goal with Hyperliquid, not necessarily like trying to get a 6-figure airdrop again.
And Hyperliquid as itself as a project is just too high market cap for me to buy in now. Like it's 7.63 billion. That's pretty wild. Is that right though? Can't. I mean, it can be. Yeah. 7.6 bill should be up in like. Should be up in 26 on the crypto rankings, but it's not. But yeah, I'm not gonna spot invest in it at this moment in time. I should have bought it when it was at like 1 bill or just under, but hey ho. I didn't really want to buy like such a small bag of something which is so high market cap, but you live and you learn, don't you? Fuck Hope, Gripping, Pamps, bought a juicy bag at average 30. Let's go, man. It's gonna pump. Do not fade the turbo, quant. Shake. Inverted. Smallio William. Yeah, do you think it is gonna pump, man? I just read his post and I was like, it just makes sense what you're saying. Like, you just make sense. And I know you have the experience to back up what sense you're talking. So yeah, don't fade, bro. Don't fade, my bro. But yeah, Joe, I'm not really. It's it's not really anywhere at the moment. That short would have been so nice. It's a fat shot. I would be interested, possibly around here in this band on Joe, but I don't know. I've just kind of been waiting slightly to see if we're gonna get a little bit lower. Let's have a look at some big caps like ADA. We'll do the daily ADA check, the daily ADA pulse. Ooh, it's actually gaining. It's actually trying to gain. So probably one to keep an eye on. Definitely one to keep an eye on this daily. Like if we can get a nice daily close above the weekly, then possibly any other retest will be like a long for a potential breakout. It's definitely one to keep an eye on though. Squeezing up into this resistance. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Again, dot. I'm just kind of waiting on that. Matic, I don't want to trade right now. That shit's dead. Let's look at Link. Yeah, Link's gonna Link's gonna pop. Link's gonna go at some point. When you see this over like a weekly level, so this is like a weekly swing. When you see like something like this, even on the hourly, where it's just gonna like it's gonna flag out literally above it for like a while. It's probably gonna pump. I mean, we are in a bull market, so it's not ingenious to say that. AVAX, still in a long, but we'll definitely reload that down here. I'll reload that. I think my entry price is around here anyway. Somewhere in this structure. What's Phantom doing? I'm tired today. Um, Not much. Yeah, and also Render's just messing about. It is really messing about. Check IPC. You mean ICP? Did you edit it from ICP and then no, it's IPC actually? Ada's dead. Ada is not dead, brother. Ada is definitely not dead. Another Discord I'm in was calling it 2 weeks ago. Hyperliquid. Ah, shit, bro. I mean, we called it as well, but check ICP. Okay, this fucking coin, bro. Yeah, ICP looks good, man. This is the classic, like, pump out the bear market. Super, super big pullback. Consolidation. Breakout. Retest. It's textbook. It's going to go higher. Why am I lagging? Why am I lagging? Yo, I'm lagging hard right now, boys and girls, if we have any in here. ICP looks good, man. I'm not trading this absolute dog water coin though. I am just not going to do it. What's WorldCoin doing? It's failing. I guess we'll get some of this lower. Q3? What's that? 12475. Yeah, so a lot of coins could actually look like this. Definitely not Link though. Definitely not Link. What's Ape Chain? Ape Coin? Is it Ape Coin or Ape Chain? Yeah, everything just looks like it wants to break out. All the altcoins for sure. But yeah, I don't think there's much else. I'm just watching Popcat and Tower at the moment. I want to get some of those nice entries on there. Rune actually looks quite bullish. Um, this swing on the 4 hour was resistance, resistance, resistance. If we do come down and test as support, it could prove a nice little long. As this chart actually looks quite good. Oh, dearie me. Yeah. To be honest, anything in there, I think would be a good buy on Rune. Let me just have a look at the range. It's quite a big range, to be honest. Maybe weekly open. 6%-ish. Quite nice, though. Res. Res. What's res? Oh, is this Renzo? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Renzo, yeah. What is this again? Let me just have a look. Sorry for yawning so much. Renzo is liquid staking strategy manager on Eigen layer ecosystem, securing. It's like ETH staking complexity of the. I tend to try and stay away from staking projects on spot, but for trading though, that's another story. Ooh, this actually looks good. It's not actually done anything yet notable. Well, I guess we popped that high and that high. We deviated under the structure. Did that regain that low? Yeah, regained it there. And then we tested Q4. You know, I actually like this. This is just one of those charts that For example, last bull market, you'd get so many coins that's like launched in 2020. Obviously, did some of this from the ICO phase, and then did that, and then you would find it like halfway through the bull market or towards the end of the bull market. You'd see a chart like this, and like in the 3 months at the end of the bull market when Bitcoin tops out, it just does that. It literally just does that. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same this cycle, but it was definitely like that last cycle. And you just like, I was logging into like crypto.com and just seeing anything like pulling 8x over in like 2 weeks. That was a crazy time. But yeah, it looks good, man. I like it. I like the chart a lot. This is a really good buy level Q4. You've failed weekly open. This is a really good buy level. I'm expecting that to hold, to not make a new low. We might even get front run a little bit on it. Yeah, it's looking good, mate. Looking good, mate. I think that's about it. I'm kind of just waffling now. Let's check APT, and R before we head off. Nice stew ball on the first touch here. I'm actually going to delete it though, because after the first touch it's not as valid, and we've also held December. I think it looks quite good. Everything looks kind of good. That looks like something I wanted to break out here, but didn't get it. Held the low and now it's coming back up to the high for something like this. So I've got an alert set on March just in case we do that, and then you know, I'm not trying to jump in too hastily on that. But I do have an alert set, just for anyone that cares. Same with ARB. I don't think we're gonna get Q3. This looks quite nice. I think this is the most like clear flag that's gonna come in, and I'll probably just do that for a little bit, and then it'll be like the most like insignificant breakout where we'll just do that, and then it will go. But yeah, let's go to. Actually, do you know what? We'll quickly check the Ponky coins and stuff like that. Grass. Come on, hold the level, buddy. Oh no, we are not holding the level. Let's see what happens here. I actually want to watch this close on grass now. If this wicks up, it's go time. If it doesn't, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Damn, it's just cliffing it, isn't it? What's Goatius Maximus doing? Nah, I'm not feeling that. Mew? Anyone still trading Mew? Nah, fuck that shit. Nero ETH? Neroth? Yo, that shit looks dead. Oh, actually, looks kind of good. If you're trading shitcoins on spot, This is a potential, like, actually, 40%. 40% not that good. Dog runes though, oi, that's a crazy looking chart. Hold on. Dog to the moon. Dog. Dog to the moon. Hey, I need to find a proper chart. BitGet. Yeah, that's probably the chart. That's probably the chart. It's already retested here. This looks like it wants to break out, but it's just not ready yet. I hate charts like this that look like they want to break out, but there's no clear level to buy. But yeah, oi, everyone on the Trio Weekly. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna actually stop my recording now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop my recording.